live with FourKites since 2019, so we're very familiar with the tool. We utilize ocean, air, parcel, LTL, and truckload um, across kind of our three main geographical regions, which is North America, Europe, and then Asia Pacific. Some of our business objectives that we've been able to capitalize on with our FourKites integration is really providing an improved customer experience for both our internal stakeholders and our external customers, and increased team efficiency of having our one-stop shop for all of our track and trace needs, and then also utilizing FourKites to manage our carrier performance. We utilize a lot of freight forwarders as well, especially for air and ocean visibility. And before we had FourKites, we were having to look at daily exception reports from Excels that each of our forwarders would send, and then we would have to cascade those updates to multiple other cross-functional teams within our organization. And so how we're utilizing the executive dashboard is really kind of filtering it and tailoring the view based on who is the searcher needing to know that information. So we use the filters within the dashboards to isolate to each of our distribution centers. So each distribution center can log in and see everything that is inbound to their facility, which kind of takes the noise away from maybe other regions that they're not necessarily concerned about. So having that at their fingertips whenever they're needing to know that information versus having to send emails and pick up the phone and call carriers has been really transformative for our organization. So for this question, I can give an example end of quarter, right? This week especially, all of our teams are focused on making sure that the shipments ship out so we can recognize revenue by the end of this week. So typically what happens is we will get a list of inbound shipments, right, that are extremely critical for Zebra to make our revenue goal. And so what our logistics team does is we take that list, we do a mass copy paste, search all the shipments in FourKites, and then we'll add a tag to those shipments that say hot or needed for Q1. And we'll typically do this a couple weeks before the end of the quarter. And then we can take that tag and set up scheduled notification reports to specific teams or individuals that need to know the status of those hot shipments every single day until they get delivered to our DC, right? A feature that we like as well is if there is a really hot shipment, we can add watchers to that shipment so they get a notification whenever there's been an update to that shipment, and we don't have to go and follow up with that team. They'll automatically be updated. So I think those are kind of like the two areas that we utilize most when having to manage those critical shipments. Something that I would share that we found to be very successful on our side is really kind of understanding and breaking down what cross-functional teams within your organization will be utilizing FourKites and how they will be utilizing it. So like we mentioned before, different teams are looking for different information. Like our planning teams are interested in what SKUs are where. Our logistics teams are concerned around tracking numbers. Our planning teams are concerned with purchase orders. So really understanding like why they would come to FourKites and what they're searching for, and then kind of having that champion within your organization who's rolling out this tool to help them build these customized dashboards and filters and reports they need to know in a very quick and concise way. And then you can utilize the user analysis reports to see, okay, who within your organization is utilizing this tool, and then maybe go to them and ask, what is the value that you found? And then we can translate that to your other team members to kind of get people to utilize the tool more. Because when people utilize the tool, you'll have a bunch of efficiencies within your own organization.